Welcome everyone to another edition of Universe Mode. This is the Blue Brand Friday Night SmackDown, and we come to you tonight from the great city of Kansas City in Missouri. And in our main event here this evening, the almighty Bobby Lashley will be going one-on-one with the Viper Randy Orton after their little exchange in the backstage area last week here on the Blue Brand. But we kick things off with women's division action.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Columbus, Ohio,
Alexa Bliss set for tag team action, and every member of this tag team matchup will be in the fatal four-way for the vacant SmackDown Women's title in 2 weeks at Elimination Chamber. This matchup was proposed last week here on Friday Night SmackDown by Becky Lynch. And Bayley and Sasha accepted the challenge. It will be Alexa Bliss tagging with Becky Lynch to take on the team of Sasha Banks and Bayley. How will these two tag teams coexist heading into the chamber? There is the man, Becky Lynch. And it was 2 weeks ago here on Friday Night SmackDown when Becky Lynch took on Sasha Banks in one-on-one action.
and her partner from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
As I was saying though, it was 2 weeks ago when Becky Lynch took on Sasha Banks in one-on-one action. And in that match, Bayley would get involved and yell some abuse at Becky Lynch from ringside, causing a distraction. And that would allow Sasha Banks to roll up Becky Lynch for the 1, the 2, and the 3. That is what spawned this tag team matchup here tonight. And speaking of Bayley, here she comes.
And their opponents first, from San Jose, California, Bayley.
This newfound attitude of Bayley has proven to be very successful for her in her career. She calls herself the role model of the WWE Universe. However, I don't think a role model, a true role model that is, would cheat. Bayley does whatever it takes to win nowadays. She doesn't care about the rules. The rule book goes out of the window when Bayley is involved. She does whatever it takes to get the win. I don't know if you would classify that as a role model per se, but nevertheless, that is what Bayley believes. Gone are the days of the hugger. And nowadays we get the role model. That is Bayley. And finally, of course, the final participant in this tag team matchup is the Blueprint, the boss, Sasha Banks.
And her partner from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
These 4 women will be involved in the fatal 4-way match for the vacant SmackDown Women's title in 2 weeks at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. Which one of them will be walking out with the gold, we'll find out in 2 weeks. But tonight, can these tag teams coexist given the fact that they will all be involved in that fatal four-way come Elimination Chamber. So if you're just joining us, you have not missed a thing. Our first matchup of the evening will be a tag team matchup between Becky Lynch and Alexa Bliss taking on Sasha Banks and Bayley. And it looks like Alexa will be starting things off with Bayley here in this tag team bout. There's the bell. We are now underway. And the tie-up will begin proceedings. Bayley looking for something. Alexa Bliss, though, with some sharp elbows. And oh, what a right hand. Stomp to the midsection. And Alexa Bliss gaining the upper hand early on. Face first into the canvas goes Bayley. And now Bliss. Oh, sit-out slam for the victory early on here, and a kick out by Bayley. And now Bliss working over the arm of Bayley here. It's a smart strategy to employ, I think. Went for the right hand. Bayley, though, with a counter. And now here comes Bayley trying to battle back. Backdrop suplex to Alexa Bliss. And now Bayley off the ropes, dropping a massive elbow right to the chest. Bliss back to her feet. Bayley now with a nice takedown. And Bayley seems to have turned the tables. As I say that, though, Bliss able to counter and send Bayley into the corner. And there is the first tag of the matchup. In comes the man, Becky Lynch, continuing to work over the arm of Bayley. And Becky Lynch now, hammerlock into the reverse DDT. Innovative offense as per usual from Becky Lynch. As oh, what a slap there to the face by Bayley into a German suplex. And Bayley again off the ropes, this time looking for a knee strike, but Becky Lynch saw it coming. Oh, and Bayley's skull crashes down on the knee of the man. And now Becky Lynch into the four-leg clover. And she's got it locked in. Submission maneuver locked in here on Bayley. In comes Sasha, but Bliss takes her out. The four-leg clover is still locked in. What is Bayley going to do? She's trying to fight out. And she does. What a right hand. And now Bayley again from behind with a takedown. This time to Becky Lynch. And now Bayley going off to the arm of Becky. Went for the right hand there, did Bayley. Becky Lynch, though, with some right hands of her own. Oh, snap German suplex by Becky Lynch and a kick out at one. Lynch trying to take Bayley by surprise there. As now, wait a minute, the Bexploder. No, Bayley saw that coming. And now Bayley with a big forearm smash. Becky, though, reversing right back. And now, wait a minute. Becky Lynch with the Bexplex. And oh, Bayley rolling up Becky Lynch. Shoulders are down for a 1 count. And now Becky catching up Bayley there with a clothesline. And now Becky Lynch wants the disarmer. Can she get it locked in? Bayley, though, refusing to get back to her feet. Becky Lynch going to lend out a helping hand. Looking for the disarmer. Bayley with a forearm. And now Becky Lynch sent into the corner. And Bayley's just going to stomp the hell out of her. And now Bayley with a clubbing blow to the back. Double axe handle to follow. And now Bayley wants to put this away. She's looking for the rose plant, but Becky Lynch had a counter for it. And now into the disarmer. Becky's got it locked in. Disarmer locked in here on Bayley, but Banks out of nowhere, breaking things up. And Banks is going to pay for it. Over the top rope she goes. Drop kick. There goes the boss. And now Becky Lynch turning her attention back to Bayley. But Bayley with a jawbreaker. Bayley trying to capitalise on that slight distraction from Sasha Banks. There's a knee in the corner. And now the role model backdrop suplex. Lynch lands hard on her neck. And now Bayley again looking for the rose plant. But again, Becky Lynch had a counter. Bexploder. The Bexploder to Bayley. Is it enough? Becky Lynch, the cover, and Sasha again makes the save. She catches herself a drop kick from Bliss. And the referee trying to maintain order. Wait a minute, Sasha Banks in the disarmer. But Bayley's getting back to her feet. And Bayley taking full advantage of the situation at hand. Bayley now with the Bayley to belly. That could be enough. Cover on Lynch, but Bliss is right there. And now Bayley with a German suplex to Alexa Bliss. And a double axe handle. And there's one to Becky as well. Bayley is running this matchup right about now. Can she finish things off as she tags in Sasha Banks? Sasha enters this matchup for the first time, and oh my goodness, great double team. Into the cover goes Banks to put away Becky Lynch, and a kick out at 2. Oh, a slap. Sasha and Bayley are working as a well-oiled team here tonight. You've got to give them the edge in this contest, given the history that they have had with one another. Clearly they are on good terms once again in their careers, as Sasha Banks delivers a snap suplex to Becky Lynch. Here's another cover and a kick out. And oh, Bliss and Bayley going at it. Careful, ref, you don't want to be between those two. There goes Alexa Bliss. Bayley going to follow to the outside. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch trying to capitalize. La Magistral Cradle, shoulders down on Banks for a 2 count. Went for the clothesline, nobody home. Becky Lynch with another Bexploder, this time to the boss. And Becky wants to lock in that disarmer one more time, but Sasha able to counter. And now the boss with bankrupt to the man. Sasha heading up high. And Sasha Banks with a splash off the top rope. Sasha is closing in on a win. Becky gets sent back into the corner. Tag back to Bayley. Becky Lynch is in a world of hurt. She really could use a tag right now. And now Bayley lining up. Becky Lynch looking for the rose plant. This could be it. Bayley hit it. Rose plant to Becky Lynch, the cover. Bliss too slow to make the save. Bayley and Banks get the win.
Here are your winners, Bayley and Sasha Banks.
A well-oiled machine right there. Sasha Banks and Bayley pick up the win heading into the Chamber in 2 weeks. Here's what you may have missed on this edition of Friday Night SmackDown. It was Drew McIntyre versus The Miz, and the Future Shock DDT would lead to this. Drew McIntyre calling for the end. And indeed it was, as the Claymore would connect to The Miz. And that would lead to the win for Drew McIntyre. But then moments ago here before the commercial break, it was another tag team match with Imperium. This time they took on Moustache Mountain. But it ended the exact same way as it has in previous weeks. And that is with this, the European Bomb. Boom! Right in the skull of Tyler Bate. And Trent Seven would get knocked off of the ring apron. And Marcel Bartel into the cover would knock off Moustache Mountain. Murphy displaying confidence as he heads into that matchup later tonight with Santos Escobar. But right now, well, Drew McIntyre is making his way to the ring. We saw Drew McIntyre earlier tonight take on The Miz. And it indeed was a victory for the Scottish Terminator. But why is Drew McIntyre making his way out to the ring again tonight? He's certainly not dressed to compete, that's for sure. Drew McIntyre seems he's got something to say to the WWE Universe. We of course know that Drew McIntyre will be one of the 6 men competing for the vacant Universal Championship inside the Elimination Chamber, along with Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura, Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton. The WWE Universe are loving Drew McIntyre here in Kansas City. Let's see what McIntyre has on his mind. Let's see what Drew McIntyre has to say here this evening. Well, only time will tell if Drew McIntyre will be the winner of the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match. I cannot wait to find out who our inaugural Universal Champion is going to be. But still to come your way tonight here on Friday Night SmackDown, the almighty Bobby Lashley will be going one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton. It's still to come tonight. We are back live here on Friday Night SmackDown. And it is time for another matchup in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. There is Murphy.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Melbourne, Australia, weighing in at 213 pounds, Murphy!
Murphy set to face Santos Escobar here in the Intercontinental Championship Tournament last week. It was Jordan Devlin and Finn Balor that advanced to the next round. Who will be going to the finals? We are going to find out one of the men that will be going to the finals of this tournament, and it will either be Murphy or Santos Escobar? Earlier tonight, both men showed a lot of confidence heading into this matchup. And Murphy certainly fired up here this evening. The best kept secret. Ready for some in-ring action here tonight on the Blue Brand. And I cannot wait to see it. Here comes the man that Murphy faces here this evening. It's Santos Escobar.
And his opponent, representing Legado del Fantasma from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 200 pounds, Santos Escobar.
Escobar stated earlier tonight that he is Lucha Libre. He represents Lucha Libre for what it is and should be. The Intercontinental Championship, a very prestigious prize indeed, and it will be up for grabs at Elimination Chamber, where the finals of this tournament will go down. Will it be Escobar or Murphy that goes to the finals to take on either Jordan Devlin or Finn Balor? We are about to find out. Here we go. And the tie-up will begin proceedings. Escobar lifts up Murphy. Murphy, though, into the reverse DDT. And now back into the tie-up. Murphy showcasing his power. What a gourd buster that was. And Murphy drops the elbow to follow. Went for the kick. Escobar with a counter, and there's a super kick by Santos Escobar. And now Escobar looking to follow up. Gutbuster. The knee driven right into the midsection of Murphy. Here's the cover. First one of the match. And a kick out. And now Santos Escobar slamming Murphy to the canvas. Went for the stomp. Nobody home. Murphy rolls back to his feet. Went for the knee. And there's a boot right to the face. And Escobar has taken control as he looks to work over the leg of Murphy. Legado del Fantasma, of course, remain at ringside for this matchup here tonight. Big open palm strike. Went for the kick there to the midsection. Murphy caught him out. And now Murphy with a power bomb. And now it's Murphy going off to the leg of Santos Escobar. And Murphy again, no way. Deadlifting Santos Escobar into another powerbomb. Will that be enough? Here's the cover and a kick out at one by Santos. Went for the right hand. There's a forearm by Escobar. There's the kick to the midsection. Open palm strikes now from Escobar. Went for the right hand. Murphy coming back with some strikes of his own. You do not want to get into a striking battle with Murphy. And Escobar found that out the hard way, but again, Escobar able to counter the bicycle knee strike. And again going off the legs. Escobar just slowing down Murphy's offense, trying to keep Murphy grounded. But has made it back up to a vertical base. Escobar now dodging Murphy in the back suplex. And now into a German suplex. And Escobar spins Murphy around. There's a vertical suplex as well. A trifecta of suplexes by Santos Escobar. And now the right hands right to the skull of Murphy. Escobar fired up as Murphy gets sent into the corner, double knees right to the skull. And now off the middle rope. Escobar with a splash. Murphy trying to get out of the way, but he did not quite do so. Here's the cover. And a kick out by Murphy again at 1. And oh, look at this. Escobar just scraping the face of Murphy into the mat. And he drops the elbow right to the spine. Now applies the arm bar. Oh, and Escobar twisting the arm of Murphy. And now Santos went for the thrill of the hunt, but Murphy saw it coming. Off the ropes, Murphy with a drop kick. And can Murphy turn the tables here in this matchup? Release German suplex by Murphy. Escobar now maybe reeling. Here comes Murphy with the striking combination. Murphy, such a proficient striker. As Escobar is set up against the ropes. Murphy, snapmare takedown. Penalty kick. Double foot stomp. Into the cover goes Murphy to advance to the finals. And a kick out at 2. Escobar picked back up to his feet. Murphy went for the kick. Escobar with a counter. And there's another open palm strike. And Murphy now backed up into the corner. Here comes Escobar with a back elbow. What a competitive matchup this has been. As Escobar goes right back to the leg. And look at the arrogance from Santos Escobar. Oh, Murphy with a boot to the face. And now Murphy. No, Escobar lands on his feet. And there's a standing drop kick from Santos Escobar as he heads up to the high rent district. Frog splash right into the knees of Murphy. And this could be Murphy's opportunity. Murphy muscling up Escobar. Canadian rack DDT. Murphy could be going to the finals. No! And now Murphy to the top. Murphy with a high risk. Oh! Not a high reward though. As the knees catch out Murphy. Leg drop by Santos Escobar. Is it enough? Cover. And the kick out. What a matchup. And now Santos Escobar wants to hit the thrill of the hunt, but again Murphy with the body shot. Escobar sent into the corner, went for the knee strike. Nobody home. And now Escobar planting Murphy for the win to advance to the finals. No. Another near fall. And there's a drop kick right to the spine. Escobar telling Murphy to bring it. He clearly wants the best of Murphy here tonight. And now Murphy picked back up to his feet. Escobar sends him face first into a turnbuckle. And now Escobar with some snake eyes. Into the calf kick. Escobar could be closing in. Murphy sent off the ropes. Escobar with a massive European uppercut. And it is not looking good right now for Murphy. Frog splash. And that could be the end. Cover on Murphy. Escobar, no. Another kick out. Unbelievable resilience on display by Murphy. As Escobar wants the thrill of the hunt. Will he finally be able to connect? No, again the body shot. Murphy again evading. Running powerbomb by Murphy. Cover on Escobar for a 2 count. What is it going to take to put one of these men down? More strikes here from Murphy. And now Escobar set up against the ropes one more time. Murphy gonna hang him out to dry. Murphy off the ropes, went for the knee drop. Nobody home. And now Santos Escobar gonna capitalize. Murphy once again gets planted. Escobar to go to the finals of the tournament. Oh my goodness. This matchup may never end. Big soccer ball kick there to the spine of Murphy. Murphy with a kick of his own. Right to the skull. And he follows it up with a knee strike. Escobar could be out of it. Murphy to go to the finals. Oh my God. This matchup may never end. Murphy now looking for Murphy's Law. Will this be enough? Escobar reverses. And now Murphy up onto the shoulders. Thrill of the hunt. Escobar finally connects it. The cover, and Escobar is going to the finals. What a matchup.
Here is your winner, Santos Escobar.
Santos Escobar is going to the finals of the Intercontinental Championship Tournament. Who will he meet though in the finals? It will either be Jordan Devlin or Finn Balor. Well, up next here on Friday Night SmackDown, it is our main event as the almighty Bobby Lashley goes one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton. Our main event is next. We are back live here on Friday Night SmackDown with some breaking news regarding the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event. As due to their impressive victories over the past few weeks, both Imperium and the Viking Raiders will compete at the Chamber for the vacant WWE Tag Team Championship, which will be across both Raw and SmackDown. Right now though, it is time for our main event of the evening, as here comes the Viper.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Both Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley will be a part of the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match in 2 weeks' time. But tonight they go head-to-head in one-on-one competition. Lashley and Orton had a bit of an exchange last week here on the Blue Brand in the backstage area. And that is what caused management to set up this matchup here tonight between the two of them. As you can hear, the WWE Universe firmly behind the Viper here this evening in Kansas City, Missouri. Almost a 4-hour drive from Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. Randy Orton getting a massive ovation here tonight in his home state of Missouri. Can he utilize that hometown advantage here tonight to secure himself a victory? Or will the Almighty be too much for the Viper?
And his opponent, accompanied by MVP from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Well, MVP is at ringside for this matchup. Of course, MVP, the manager of the almighty Bobby Lashley. And MVP has brought Lashley to great success in his career thus far. This could be another massive win for Bobby Lashley if he could knock off the Viper just 2 weeks before the Elimination Chamber match for the vacant Universal Championship. If you're just joining us here on Friday Night SmackDown, this is our main event of the evening. Bobby Lashley gonna go one-on-one with the Viper, Randy Orton. Big fight feel in the arena for this one. The Randy chants out in full force as the matchup gets underway, and Lashley going right after the Viper. Lashley not wasting any time. Oh, what a spine buster there. And Bobby Lashley manhandling the Viper early on. The strength of Lashley may be unparalleled. Big kick there to the midsection. And now Orton's in the corner. Here comes Lashley. Look at the speed as he delivers a massive forearm smash to Randy in the corner. And now Lashley, gourd buster. Face first goes Randy Orton, and now Lashley stomping the hell out of him. And again, there's the power. Lashley just deadlifting up Orton for the power slam. Here's the first cover of the matchup. Orton stays alive. Only a 1 count there for Lashley. As again, he just tosses Randy Orton with ease. Randy Orton needs to find some sort of reversal to get back into this matchup, and that could have been it right there. Lashley missed the clothesline, and now Randy Orton unloading on the Almighty. The WWE Universe counting along as Randy Orton punches the hell out of Lashley in the corner. There's a knee to the spine. And now Lashley will be picked back up to his feet. Orton went for the kick. Lashley able to counter. And now Lashley sending Orton back into the corner. Went for the shoulder tackle. Orton caught him with a knee. And now Randy utilizing that top rope for leverage as he works on the arm of Lashley. Oh, big punch right there to the face. And now Randy may have been looking to set up the elevated spike DDT. Lashley answering with a forearm. And now Bobby Lashley with the Dominator. Is that going to be all she wrote for Randy Orton? No. Kick out at 2. It is not looking good though for Randy Orton. Barely any offense in thus far. As Randy Orton trying to fight back right here. Trying to turn the tables on the Almighty. Head first off the top turnbuckle goes Lashley. Oh, and I think that punch may have just busted Lashley open. And he is not going to be happy about that. Crossbody from the Almighty. And Lashley's had enough of this matchup. He wants to end it. He's looking for the Hurt Lock. But Randy Orton saw it coming. And now Randy with some shots to the back. Lashley being set up. And Randy Orton looking to spike Lashley with the elevated spike DDT. And Randy's hearing the voices. Randy Orton pounding on the canvas. He's looking for the RKO. Lashley able to reverse spear. The spear to Randy Orton. Cover the count. Oh, Orton somehow got the shoulder up. And now Lashley beating the hell out of Randy Orton. Lashley just said to the crowd, yeah, you're not worthy because you're in the presence of the Almighty. And now Bobby Lashley. Look at the power. Oh my goodness. Power bomb by Lashley isn't enough. The cover. Randy's still in it. Randy, though, struggling to stand after all the damage that Lashley has inflicted on him. Randy back into the corner. And the Almighty with the overhead belly-to-belly suplex. And Bobby Lashley looking for the follow-up. There's another Dominator. Bobby Lashley mocking Randy Orton in his home state, no less, as he now looks for the Hurt Lock. Can he lock it in this time? No, Randy Orton with a couple of back elbows. Went for the clothesline there to the back. Lashley with a big shoulder tackle. And just like that, Lashley shutting down the comeback of Randy Orton. There's another gigantic spinebuster. And this one may be about to be over, but Orton with a forearm. Randy Orton again trying to fight back against the Almighty. Lashley up onto the shoulder. Canadian neckbreaker by Orton. Oh, but MVP with a brief distraction, and Lashley took advantage. A 1 second distraction. But Randy Orton able to counter that suplex, and now here comes the Viper. Building momentum in this contest power slam. That is vintage Orton. The crowd are firmly behind the Viper. And here it comes. RKO. But again, Lashley able to counter. Randy Orton sent back into the corner once more. And now Lashley driving Orton into the turnbuckle on the other side of the ring. And he's going to do it once more for good measure. Big kick to the midsection. And again, it's not looking good for Randy Orton. Bobby Lashley just having his way with the Viper tonight. Oh, Lashley looking for something. Randy countered it. And now Randy Orton going to set Lashley up again. Here comes that elevated spike DDT. Orton connects. And the voices once again talking to the Viper. They're in his head, but MVP with another slight distraction. Orton trying to focus, but Lashley with another spear. Lashley still took advantage of that slight distraction by MVP. And now Bobby Lashley with the Hurt Lock applied. The Hurt Lock is in. Randy Orton could be going to sleep right here. Randy Orton trying to hold on. But Bobby Lashley forces Orton to tap. The Almighty has defeated Randy Orton in his home state of Missouri.
Here is your winner, the Almighty, Bobby Lashley.
The crowd do not like that. Oh, and they're not going to like this either, because I don't think the Almighty's done with the Viper. Oh, Orton sent into the announce table right in front of me. Face first goes Randy off the table. And now back into the ring. Bobby Lashley looking to send a message to the other competitors in the Elimination Chamber match in 2 weeks. Randy being set up for another Dominator. Face first goes the Viper. And Lashley, I think, just signaled for another spear. This will be the 3rd spear to Randy Orton. But here comes Drew McIntyre. And Lashley bails. Lashley wants no part of McIntyre tonight. He just wrestled a full matchup. Lashley retreating here at the side of the Scottish Terminator. But wait a minute. Drew, look behind you. Randy Orton's back to his feet. RKO. You can never trust the Viper. Randy Orton with an RKO to Drew McIntyre. All 3 of these men will be a part of the Universal Championship Elimination Chamber match in 2 weeks. Who is going to walk out of that match with that Universal Championship? We'll find out at the Chamber. Good night, everybody, from Kansas City, Missouri.